the worst, absolute worst thing you could refer to a woman as, and he did it very publicly. So is this freedom of speech? Or is this you can say your opinion only if you agree with the position of some liberals? Andrea Tantaros, conservative columnist and FoxNews.com contributor, joins us now. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Megan.
All right, so Perez Hilton comes out. He's a judge. He's entitled to his opinion, but he comes out and then he offers it in the most vituperative language I've heard in a long time from somebody who's in the public forum. Stupid B, he calls her this other word. Again, it's a four-letter word we're not going to get into here. And then of all people, the Miss California pageant director, co-director. So she's Miss California. She didn't win Miss USA. But the guy from her home state who was running her pageant says, I'm saddened and hurt in her beliefs. And then he says, I don't believe our government should be able to discriminate against anybody. And then he says, religious beliefs have no place in the Miss California family. He doesn't think she should be allowed to express how she actually feels. So what does this say to you?
Well, first of all, let's consider the source of Perez Hilton. He is an angry liberal blogger who openly outs, he outs gay men in Hollywood. So this is a guy who doesn't even have respect for women, but he doesn't have respect for people's privacy or even other gay men. So you look at this as a pageant, and you look at the mission statement of Miss America. Miss America says that it wants to advance women. It also wants to promote a forum where women can express their ideas, their individual ideas. This is not freedom of speech here. And to have a judge on a panel that has such a blatant disrespect for women, I mean, Megan, you could go to his blog and see what he writes about women, men, everybody. This is a guy who has respect for nobody. So the Miss America pageant should also re-examine its values. But look, it was hosted on NBC. Very leftist agenda. You know that they're trying to advance a progressive, intolerant agenda. But anybody like Perez Hilton who uses insults, the lowest form to women, completely undermines his argument when he's trying to make the case for equal rights.
I'm sorry, when I hate to say this, but you hear the B word so often, you know, in the context of discussing women people don't like. It almost doesn't shock me anymore. But that other word that he used to describe her, because she doesn't agree with him when it comes to gay marriage. She said, no offense, it just happens to be what she believes. Andrea, is it at the point where you are a bigot in this country? You are considered a bigot if you oppose gay marriage?
Just about. I mean, we're crossing that bridge because, Megan, where are the groups, the women's groups? Where are the feminist groups coming out and defending this woman, speaking out against women? Where are even the gay rights groups saying this guy does not speak for us? He clearly has no respect for individuals. Our platform is to advance equal rights, to advance treating people with humanity. This guy clearly does not speak for us. The double standard is also astounding. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, they oppose gay marriage. Why isn't anybody saying anything about that? No one called them a five-letter word. No one used the most incendiary terms that you can use for a woman. And I think it's just ironic at the Miss America pageant, of all places, little girls watching this say, not only can I not be myself, but if I do it, I'm going to get attacked. My career is going to be, but this is how the left operates.
Here's the sad thing. Is that not the right lesson for them to learn? Because we've seen it in Hollywood. If you express conservative ideals in Hollywood, you get banished by a lot of these producers and movie houses because you have to be a liberal in order to advance out there, according to a lot of conservatives out there who are well-known stars, people who I've talked to personally, and now I guess it's filtered over into competitions like beauty competitions and Miss USA, and maybe who knows where to go beyond there. It's the right lesson. I'm not saying I agree with it, but it's a fact.
It's absolutely true. And, you know, you look at anybody from me, conservative commentator, if they're not going to attack you on substance and they're going to go after you at the lowest form, your image, they resort to insults, what does this say about the direction of the entire country? It's really sad. And the left, they will not go after you on substance. They will seek to, as you saw, destroy your career, destroy your identity. They won't stop there. And you know what they use, Megan? A compliant media. The media, the mainstream media, sits aside and lets them get away with this.
But not
and this
all
is
the left. Just some far left people. The same way, you know, I mean, most of the people are in the middle in this country. I think most of the liberals who are watching this didn't like what this guy said about her. They may have disagreed with her position, but they didn't like what Perez. Here's the soundbite, by the way, of Perez Hilton, the one that he came out in his blog with yesterday. Hold on, watch it.
Now, let me explain to you. She lost not because she doesn't believe in gay marriage. Miss California lost because she's a dumb okay? This is how a person with half a brain answers the question I posed her. Well, if I was Miss...
And then it went on from there.
But this goes beyond gay marriage. Just this week, we saw the case in California where a girl tried to pray with her teacher on campus and got expelled. It seems, Megan, this is bigger than just free speech.
Well, not just that, Andrea, but we saw the Department of Homeland Security issue a memo where they said we need to crack down on these right-wing conservatives who oppose abortion, who are back from the Gulf, from Iraq and from Afghanistan. I mean, it seems like there's a targeting of people who have what are referred to as traditional values.
That's absolutely correct. Traditional values, sanctity of marriage, free speech, the Constitution, it's under attack, and it's not going to stop, and it's going to keep going. And you know what? That Miss America, she may have been second runner-up, but in my mind, I think she won. And I think in a lot of Americans' mind, speaking your mind, that is what we want to empower young women to do.
Yeah.
So she, in my mind, is the real winner there.
Right. Well, it's Miss USA. We'll see whether the pageant has any official word on this. That statement I read earlier is from the guy who runs the Miss California pageant, but we'll see what Miss USA says about this, about its judge
And
making these
NBC,
comments.
don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Andrea Tenteros, thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks so
Megan.
much for being here.
Thanks.
Bill?
Right about 19 minutes past the hour now.